When I was candidating at the church I now serve at, University Reformed Church, I remember they asked me specifically what my vision for pastoral ministry was. And I felt really good that I had thought through this, and I gave them 3 P's. There was even an alliteration in it. I said, I want to preach, I want to pray, and I want to be with people. And those 3 things have served me really well. I've tried to stick with that, and people in the congregation have come at different times and said, now remember, Kevin, you said you wanted to preach and pray and be with people. Are you sure you should be spending your time there? Or it's even saved me from getting bogged down in some other things in ministry. So I think by the Lord's kindness, those were the right 3 things to mention. However, I learned pretty quickly that there was a 4th P that I should have said, and that was patience. You can't learn that by just taking a class. You can't learn that in school and writing a paper on it. If somebody would have told me ahead of time, you got to have patience in ministry, I'm sure somebody did say that. But until you get there, and you have to learn how to slow down a little bit. So I remember very clearly coming into the church and seeing different problems or issues or things that I thought needed to be addressed. I remember even saying to some of my elders and to myself, let's give this 6 months, and I think we can get this taken care of. And then 6 months would go by, and then I'd say, well, I think another 6 months, and we're really going to have this, behind us. And then after another 6 months, and it'd be maybe in 6 years, and then eventually it's, maybe in heaven or something. So I know one of my weaknesses in ministry is impatience, and that's not just a restlessness. I want to do something. That's a certain type of impatience, but I think I had to learn how to slow down, how to not get way ahead of myself and ahead of the congregation, and how to think through things. I think that's what a lot of young ministers don't know how to do, is how to really cast their vision in with the culture and the life of the church, and how to go through, and we may think it's a slow process, but God ordains these processes, how to go through the right committees or the right leaders or the board of elders, and to not just have buy-in, but really listen to others, learn from people. So I had to learn pretty quickly, and I'm still learning about that 4th P in ministry, about patience. And sometimes I think I would get myself into trouble by spinning out 3 or 4 what seemed to be really good ideas, and then maybe not counting the cost. Do I really have time to see these through, or have I spoken more quickly and too soon before I've really thought through, can this happen, can this work? So I just say to anybody who's thinking about ministry, especially guys who are starting out, look, we all tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 5 years, and we probably underestimate what we can accomplish in 50 years. So Lord willing, as God gives you strength and breath, and He gives you a chance to bloom where you're planted, you're going to have an opportunity to make a difference over the long haul. So it's okay. Preach the word, be faithful in season and out of season, and slow down. That's probably the biggest thing I needed to learn.